All right, what's up, guys? Cody here with Don on the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. We're here today with episode 4 of our weekly podcast. Some exciting topics. It's kind of a lull right now with sports, but the playoffs are in full swing. But we're winding down now in the final round, so we'll get into that. A little bit of MLS soccer, and who's the latest athlete to go broke? Find out later.
All right, my first 2-minute topic is going to be the expanding of WWE events going to 2 nights.
All right.
It's ridiculous. Here's what the problem is, because I'm glad you asked.
Tell us what the problem is.
Okay. We watched Backlash, right?
We did, yeah.
And it was better than we thought, but I didn't think it was PLE caliber.
No.
We watched King and Queen of the Ring. That was pure shit. Okay?
Not according to the critics, though.
Well, the critics can bite me because
we'll get
you
into
know
that.
what?
We'll get into that to another video.
Now, we also watched WrestleMania in April, correct?
Yep, 2 nights.
2 nights. Was there 2 nights worth of quality matches there? No.
There was one and a half. 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
1.5.
At best.
Stretching it out.
Yeah.
Okay? And now, SummerSlam 2026 is going to be 2 nights. And you know they're going to eventually expand Royal Rumble, Survivor Series.
And then from there, they'll go Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and it's
Backlash.
all this is a way to grab extra cash. I saw Dynamite last Wednesday. That was 10 times better than this King and Queen of the Ring garbage. 2 hours, lots of matches.
Yeah, they jam-pack it with bangers.
But I saw what happened on Saturday, and I'm going, well, first of all, there's so many mistakes. And it's like, this is, you're eventually going to cram this garbage into 2 nights? I can't waste that much time. I'm getting older. Okay, I'm just not doing it. So, if these guys are all they're after is cash, then, good for you, but I'm not going to be supporting it. I'm just, I'd rather see AEW do 2 nights.
It's tricky because you had WrestleMania that would go 6 hours.
Next.
All right, so we'll be going into some basketball here. Celtics clinched an NBA Finals berth last night. They kind of coasted through the Eastern Conference playoffs. Mm-hmm. They lost 1 game to Miami, an injured Miami team. They lost 1 game to an injured Cleveland team, and then they were able to just roll right past Indiana. But, Indiana had, like I was saying, we watched the tail end of that last game, and they had a chance to win it. Just like, I think, every other game in the series. Indiana was either up or had a chance to win it, and they just blew it in the last couple minutes. So I picked the game. I picked Boston in 6. They did win in 4, but I'm trying. There's people saying they're taking credit away from the Celtics. Saying this is one of the easiest paths to the NBA Finals, and to be fair, it is a very easy, you face a Miami team without Jimmy Butler, without Terry Rozier. You faced against a Cleveland team who had Donovan Mitchell, their star point guard, hurt, and then Halliburton got hurt in the last game. But you know what? His replacement played really well.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you can take credit because the dominance of the Celtics is impressive. You got Tatum playing well. You got Brown winning the Larry Bird Eastern Conference MVP there. Porzingis is out, but this is kind of great for them because they've got now 8 days for him to recover. So Derek White's playing out of his mind. The 1-2 punch between Tatum and Brown. Then you throw in Derek White, Drew Holiday as a defensive guy. Whether they play Dallas is what it's looking like, or Minnesota. I think it's Boston's series to lose. So yes, they've coasted, but I still think that they are the best team in the NBA still.
Yeah, and I don't think that there's any easy games.
No.
Okay, next topic. We're going to talk about the NHL playoffs. We've had a debate, per se, about who's the Who's the fastest team in the playoffs? Right
Yeah.
now?
Oh, okay. We're going that
Okay.
direction. I thought we were going a different direction.
Oh,
there.
no, we'll go there too. And he's Edmonton. I'm their
You got
coach.
Connor McDavid, and you got their offensive line with Draisaitl and everyone.
Okay,
Like, come on.
last time I checked, it was my 2 minutes. Now, the problem is there's one really good measuring stick to see who's the fastest team. Now, if we look at the playoffs so far this year, Edmonton, impressive, has scored 2 shorthanded goals. The Rangers have only scored 5. And that's from their own end, breaking out and just blowing past everybody. Okay? That's speed.
Is that, if you looked at all 5 goals and
Yes,
that's how they've won it?
Yes.
That's how they've scored?
Yes.
Okay.
Like speed team.
Yeah.
I don't want to...
Sorry, quick question for you guys. Leave a comment below. Who do you think's faster player, McDavid or Kreider? Just throwing it out there. Anyways, continue.
Hint, it's Kreider. The other thing which has been really standing out now is playoff goaltending. If you saw the game between the Rangers and Florida, the game 3?
Game 3.
Game 3.
The overtime win, yeah.
Yeah, like the Rangers were getting just a snot kicked out of them. But their goaltender, especially in the third period, standing on his head, kept them in. You really need playoff goaltending. Some teams have it, and some don't. And one of those teams is Edmonton. Okay.
Unfortunately. All right, moving on here to the MLS. We've got I was going to talk about, I guess, Messi. So Miami traveled to Vancouver this past weekend, and it was announced that Messi, Suarez, and Busquets were not going to be playing, which disappointment for a lot of Vancouver fans. I mean, ticket prices are through the roof. I personally would love to see Messi play live, but at this point in his career and with how much the ticket prices are, it's just such a gamble, and this is a problem with all sports across the board. Really, is
not hockey.
Well, hockey has stricter regulations, and other leagues are imposing more rules and regulations for the teams so that they aren't keeping star players out, especially in primetime games and stuff. But
or if that happens in hockey, and this has been for quite some time now, the team gets a heavy fine.
Yeah, and it's basketball's happening as well.
Their hard-earned cash to see these guys, and it's like, I don't know if I want to play today. Screw you.
And if there's a valid injury, okay, that's fair. But if you're resting, like these guys were this weekend, like, Vancouver had record ticket prices for this game. Messi's a worldwide phenomenon. To see him play is something that's, so special. And that's why people are willing to pay these big bucks. Like, I think a Toronto FC game, ticket prices, I don't know where they're starting, but it was up in the high hundreds. And, I mean, I love soccer, but I don't think I could justify paying that much for a game. But I do want to give credit to the Vancouver team and the Vancouver franchise. They did reach out to their fans with the announcement that the players weren't going to be playing, and they did offer 50% off all concessions within the stadium, which I think is a pretty admirable move considering that they had no say in whether or not those players were going to play. It's the other team's decision. So they recognized that the fans paid a lot of money, and they recognized that they had made a lot of money. The Vancouver franchise did make money on those ticket sales, and they gave back to the fans. So I think I have a lot of respect for that.
All right, so the last topic, I will let you kick off. That's with the...
Yeah, so big news last week. I think it was like last weekend or late last week, but we had a famous NFL player who just announced bankruptcy. Controversial NFL player at that. He was great when he played. Probably had a little bit of concussion issues, but we're talking about Antonio Brown here. Don, how much do you think he made in his career?
Over $100 million.
I would have thought that too, but it's actually it was $80 million. So $80 million is still nothing to laugh at, but
yeah, I'd have a hard time burning through $80 million.
Yeah, but little do we know, he did end up filing for bankruptcy, lost all of his money, and it's just that's a problem that we see with a lot of athletes across all sports. I mean, there's multiple things that can cause this. Like their earning window is so small. Players, some players play for 5 years, 10 years, whatever. There's the special players that play for a long time. They're making a lot of money, But which leads into the next thing with a lot of the time these players, they're young guys, and they're getting into the leagues, they're making all this money without the financial knowledge and without the right support around them to help guide them in the right direction.
All these
when you're
white suckers hanging around them,
exactly
taking all their money.
And when you're going to be making that much money, you're going to have people that are going to want to manage your money, and you're going to want to have those people they're going to sneak in there and they're going to try and take advantage of you. They're going to say they're helping you, and that can lead to some trouble down the road. So
yeah, because I never heard anything like that happen to Joe Montana.
Special case, but you know who did lose a lot of money? Dan Marino.
And who else? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, Dorothy Hamill, famous Olympian, Johnny Unitas, Diego Maradona, Mike Tyson. We also had...
So don't worry, he's going to get it all just back in July.
But there's a lot of great athletes that are able to manage their money. So unfortunate for Antonio Brown. We wish him all the best. But
no, I don't.
To all athletes, make sure you make right decisions. But
that guy's an asshat.
Damn. All right, another episode through here. Some cool topics, a little bit of everything. What do we got tonight? We've got Rangers Panthers game 4. We've got Dallas, Minnesota game 4. We could see potentially 2 sweeps in the conference finals for the NBA, which would lead to 8 days off until the finals. They're not going to push it up. So they're playing June 6th, whether the series goes 7 or not.
And more importantly, 1 point for you in round 3.
Hey, there's no points for you to guaranteed yet either, so...
yeah, but
round 3 is not over yet.
I still have the potential of 4.
Yeah, you have the potential for 4.
You don't have that.
You also have the potential for 0.
You don't have, okay, get out of here.
There's just as much potential for 4 you do for 0.
If you think Edmonton is going to beat the Stars, you've lost your mind.
Stay tuned for a little special apology for Stuart Skinner there. I have a lot of belief in him. I think he's going to pull this series out for them. McDavid and Draisaitl will come through, but we'll see what Don's thoughts are on... he might have some things to say after a couple good performances from the end of last series and game 1 of this series. So, once again, guys, thanks again for watching. These podcasts are so much fun. I love it. Great talking sports. We burn through them. So much stuff going on. Make sure you subscribe to us. Leave some comments below if any topics. Our last topic was actually... submitted to us by one of our number 1 fans. So shout out to Colton for giving us a topic to talk about. And smash that like button and we'll see you guys next time.